Hello lovers, welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast hosted by myself, Lauren Amy. This is for those who are ready to take up space, who are living a soft life loudly and are ready to savor the sweetness in each moment. Here we're going to embrace transformation, the beauty of the in-between and the magic of becoming. So pull up a seat and listen in because life is delicious and it's about goddamn time we eat it up.
Background on like enough. I feel like
shut
like...
Mate, did you just say have we got enough?
No, is my flower crown on enough?
No, I think we have enough.
Oh yeah, we have enough.
Yes. I think we've set the scene.
It's whether
quite
my flower
nicely.
crown is on enough.
No, I think we're fine. Okay.
Fabulous.
We ready? Action. Well, this is the weirdest setup for a podcast I've ever done.
Are you calling this weird?
Oh, sorry.
Are you calling me weird?
Sorry.
Are you calling me
weird?
No,
it's all
this is my job!
Okay. Hello, stunners. Welcome back to the Butterfly Effect podcast. We have a slightly different setting for this one. I'm joined by my pal. We've had a bit of a weekend, haven't we?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So quick little recap. You guys would have seen that last week's episode was a lovely, delightful vlog of the summer solstice. Us having a great dilly-dally time, frolicking to our heart's content, singing at the sunrise, drumming, shaking, rattling, singing, all the lovely things. And obviously in posting that vlog and in sharing little bits here and there, that's been lovingly received by you guys. However, I experimented and I posted...
Someone girl boss too close to the sun.
I girl boss too close to the sun. Yes, and I experimented with the trial reel. So Saturday morning, I posted a trial reel that I'd already used on TikTok. I was literally repurposing content. And that reel popped off and was sent in places that I didn't know were possible. And it's since gone viral, which is lovely. I
want to know who's been sending it to each other because the sends
is mad.
Absolutely
it's absolutely
incredible.
Mad. And which makes me wonder, are people sending it to groups where they can just like laugh and joke at our expense? You know what I mean? That's one thing that does concern me. So yes, as a result of this trial reel, it brought the wrong audience to our door, which has been, I think, quite a humbling and enlightening experience.
Intensely so.
But on the flip side of things, it's fueled our fire even more. I mean, just look at us. We're sat here in our flower crowns. We've got an altar in front of us. We've got homemade cookies. We've got berries from the garden.
Can you see the
this?
cookies? Can you... Oh, tuning fork.
Tuning fork. Did I do it right?
Yeah, and then you want to, and then wait, where is it?
Wait.
It's there. Can you feel the peace?
Can you feel the peace?
It's 111 hertz.
We've got a crystal ball, we've got rose quartz, we've got... What is this guy?
Pre-night, I think is how you say it.
Lovely. We've got frankincense spray. We've got all the rattles. We've got Rose Oracle?
Yeah, Rose Oracle.
Yeah, Rose Oracle. We've got sage. We've got all the whimsical gear because you can't shut us up.
Don't forget about the really nice incense.
Yeah, we've got incense. Oh wait, no, hang on. The pièce de résistance.
Oh yeah.
I'm drinking jam water.
Or citron tea.
What is it?
It's like an Asian Korean drink.
Lovely. Okay.
Like instead of making squash, they make jam, and then you mix jam into the water instead.
And that is what I'm currently drinking.
Oh.
Yummy. It is quite nice actually. I see the appeal.
Yeah, it's
nice.
squash, but like
it does taste like squash.
It's hard squash rather than liquid squash.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, valid. So yes, we are bringing this episode to you off the back of this reel going viral and the comments we received, neither of us were prepared for.
No,
and before we get into this, obviously want to keep this like a real lighthearted, joyful space, and obviously the comments we received were infringing on that joy and almost like wanting us to diminish and dilute ourselves.
They were furious, we were happy.
They were so furious that we were happy.
They had taken time out of their day, their precious time out of their day to drop a comment which wouldn't have made them feel better.
No.
It would have just kept them in
that miserable low frequency zone and trying to pull us back down.
And some of the names as well. What was it? Coham's Miserable Life.
Miserable Journey.
Miserable Journey.
Yeah, and there was one called Uncle Grumpy.
Or Grumpy Uncle.
Grumpy Uncle. And I was like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So... I guess this is just like a whimsical response to this. A whimsical response to our haters. Who'd have thought we'd have haters? But one person did message me and say, like, you know, when you have haters, you've made it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well, the way that I was
something great.
Kind of like almost seeing it as, you know, you're getting,
I'm getting blessed. But yes, I'm just going to carry on.
Was like, we were so joyful when we were expressing ourselves to our truest form. And like, I don't know about you, but I went to dance that year.
Absolutely.
I put my drum away so I could move my body more, because I felt like I was missing out when I was watching people last year dancing, and a drum's kind of harder to dance with. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna really enjoy this to the absolute maximum. And that video you sort of took at like one of the peaks where we were all singing.
Yeah, that was definitely the highlight.
More vocalizing. Let's not call it singing. Let's call it what it is, which is vocalizing.
Yeah, I think it's the vocalizing that people didn't like. Yeah, I think it's that part of it. But also, again, just to re-emphasize what it is that draws us back to the Stonehenge and to summer solstice, and it's something that you said. The phrase that you said was that it's this melting pot of humans all coming together, and what a beautiful thing it is that like there were about 20,000 people gathering to just watch the sunrise, which is something that happens every day, but we gathered in that way to just watch nature happening, watching like a new cycle begin, watch seasons change, to watch a new day begin. That is beautiful, and that in itself is top tier whimsy. And yeah, there were people saying that they would rather experience something that in silence, and yeah, sure, fine, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because I think they thought that we were making so much noise that the entire field would have to put up with our hooting and hollering.
I love that phrase, hooting and hollering.
But actually, if you were to take a walk 100 metres in any other direction,
you'd still see the silence.
Yeah, you'd find that
still
silence.
be amongst the stones, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we didn't start that either. We arrived to that.
Yeah, and that was just a teeny tiny drum circle as well, in the centre of the stones. So again, if you actually want to go up and be amongst the stones themselves, you're going to be in a drum circle, because those drummers are there from the moment it opens to the moment it closes. So if you want to be in complete silence the entire time, I don't think you're going to get it, really.
And also, what celebration is done in silence?
Yeah.
It's not a funeral.
No.
It's a celebration.
Yeah.
It's done loudly, and also like those drums, that heartbeat is so needed to stay up all night.
But it's like it's the
energy.
It's the bringing everyone together. That is a collective heartbeat. Yeah, and it's a collective pulse that just carries you. And it's that it's like that primal rhythm that just carries you and fuels you. And when you leave the stones, bear in mind we are like delirious and exhausted after that evening, but there is like a new energy that you then carry with you into this new week. It does fuel you in a different way. And everyone that we've spoken to, that guy that we spoke to, it was about 2:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah, the man that's like, I'm not spiritual, I'm the Ford escort of like humans.
Yeah, he said I'm the Ford escort of humanity. But he got it. He was like, I came here once. His wife brought him the first year.
Yeah, and then he brought all of his mates this year.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't know what it is about this space.
Yeah.
But there's something about it. Yeah. And he got it. And I think those that are so unwilling to experience, this tree is really loving on me, those that are so unwilling to open their minds up to something like that, I really feel for them, you know, I really do, because you're missing out on such collective joy. And one thing I was saying to you with this episode is, or everything that I try and do on this podcast and everything that I try and do on social media, is reclaiming that birthright to joy. Joy is actually a very safe emotion for us to experience and for us to express. And so often we are taught that it's not safe. You know, we're taught to, you can't be too happy about one thing because there's so much unhappiness going on elsewhere in the world. And it's almost like we've got to be kept in this diluted bubble of, I don't know, sadness,
And these people like did not want us to be happy. It was offensive to them.
Yeah.
That we were having fun
and
that we'd
so
published
angry. They got so angry.
Well, like people just kind of wow, it's all the people that I hate, and I thought that person was talking about the people in the comments because they were all very hateful people, but they were talking about everyone that was there at the Stones, going, wow, you've collected everybody I hate together, and it's like. I don't know if you actually know that literally it's so many different kinds of people. I mean, like in that drum circle where we were, there was a very sad looking, very sleepy looking person.
Yeah. But he
stayed.
He stayed and he was soaking it all up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think and then he left when he was ready, rather than like, no, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like the most beautiful part of being at the Stones is that every creed, colour, religion, and culture is accepted. And
it's like so like non-political. There's none of that. There's.
I mean, there might be some somewhere, but like maybe. It's not major and mega. But like in that comment section, holy crap, there was
but so much projection.
Yeah,
so much
of our political ideas, of our uppringing,
making so many assumptions and stuff like that. And
what we
did, yeah. And then they took it further by actually looking on our profiles and then picking out more to do with our profiles.
Oh yeah, someone told me I needed to go do some inner work because I'd said that that we'd angered the young white men, and it's like, oh, actually, like you're now taking away the truth of what I was saying, which is I looked at people's profiles and it was young white men.
Yeah,
that's a truth. That's not a slur. That's not being racist or sexist. That's saying what I saw, and you're almost then not allowed to say what you see. And I think the biggest, most humbling part of the whole thing was that we are in such a beautiful echo chamber.
Yeah, yes.
Both of our feeds.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Beautiful echo chambers. We left our echo, or rather Lauren left the echo chamber.
I left the echo chamber. I went west.
And my gosh, like...
Yeah.
Thank you for all of you who are like love and light and wonderful.
Yeah, and actually, like big shout out because I put it on my story because it had been 24 hours since I posted it before I said anything to anyone. Before I said to you that it's gone so differently to what I expected.
Yeah.
So there was 24 hours of me just going through and like, okay, cool, another comment that doesn't really resonate, so I'm just going to delete, block, lovely, and I could manage it at that point.
Yeah.
And then when I told you, and I think you were going in on the comments and you were like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah.
And it just started like piling, and then it was
the sends when I saw it were at 600 plus.
Yeah.
And that mental. I'd never seen so many sends. You're like, who are you sending that to your mates?
Where is this going?
Because you're like, wow, this is such whimsy, what fun, or like, oh, what idiocy.
Yeah,
like...
where is this going? That I think that was the big thing. And then that kind of makes you, it does make you want to retreat, and it does make you want to hold back because...
Well, and are we the assholes for doing what we're doing? Apparently we were culturally appropriating something. Don't know what we were culturally appropriating, but someone really came for us on that one.
Again, it's such a tricky fine line, and I think I try and keep my spaces very neutral, I guess, because you're always going to be called out for saying the wrong thing. Even if it's something that you truly wholeheartedly believe in or something, there's always going to be someone that disagrees with it.
Even if it's your truth, it's not their truth.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, I shy away from making any real polarizing comments like that, but they were really brought to our door in that moment. So it's like, how do you react to that? Do you stand your ground and like fight your corner? Do you I don't know, try and prove yourself, or do you go, okay, that is your truth, not mine? Do you delete and block? What do you do?
For me, I delete and block. If I see anything that comes in that isn't, I'm just like, your energy is not welcome here. There's no point in you being around. But I get you went so much, you would be on your phone constantly, and I spent a good few hours, mostly because I was supposed to be writing an essay. I've always got so much time when I should be writing an essay, which I finished now. Yes!
Yeah, well done.
But I spent hours replying to these people, one because I wanted to defend my tooth.
One singular tooth.
It's a personal wound of mine to be misunderstood. So there was a bit of me that was like, no, I'm going to defend myself here. 3, I was writing a shamanic essay, and the page I was looking at was about cultural appropriation being put in there by the government to increase our separation. We are all indigenous to planet Earth. We all live under the same sky. We all live under the same sun. We all live under the same moon. We all live on the same planet. We just live in different rooms of the same house.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that we are all indigenous to planet Earth, it changed my complete mindset on so much. I was like, if that one sentence can change my mindset, maybe if I put that out there to some of these people, it might broaden their mindset and realise that we're not separate, because it was almost like we shouldn't be joining in, that we should be separated. Wow.
Segregated.
Segregated.
And that's going back in time.
Yeah.
And there was one moment, I mentioned this to you as well, this was after the sunrise had happened, we made our way back to the Stones, just before your lovely proposal happened, and you'd accidentally started another drum circle, as you do. As you do.
Well, because I had done work in sort of similar to that lineage, so I understood what they were singing, so I knew what lineage they were singing from. Yeah. So when they paused, I was like, I'm gonna offer my one, and then it popped off.
Yeah, it did, and it was beautiful. And I remember there was one moment that I was amongst all this singing. I didn't know of the songs, so I think I kind of took a little step back in that moment. And then I remember thinking to myself, like, hang on, should I be up on this stone right now? Should I be a part of this right now? Maybe I should step to the side so they can fully go in. But then every time I looked around at any of them, there was that beautiful guy behind me. Every time I turned around and I was waving my little rattle.
What, the one in the red?
One in the red, like, long hair.
With the drum? The one that then did the singy, who was like, wow, you are a powerhouse.
No, not that guy. One. Different guy. Every time I turned around to him, however, he'd smile at me, and it was really welcoming me in. And I was like, okay, no, it is okay for me to be here.
Because you leaving would be rejecting that lineage and rejecting that energy.
Yeah.
Being there and staying there, even though you're not part of it, is sitting in that energy and enjoying it. And amplifying it.
And I was just contributing with my rattle. I wasn't going to try and, like, mimic the sounds or the songs, because I don't know the song. I think it would have been wrong if I did try and interpret the song. So I was just there, and I could see everyone else in front is loving it, is enjoying it, and they're connecting with it, they're being drawn in, and that's the whole point of it. It does not matter where you have come from, your culture, your upbringing, and it doesn't even matter where you are heading. It's this complete drawing in and this connection in this one moment to celebrate the sunrise. And as you were saying earlier, you know, we all live under the same sun, we all live under the same moon. That's exactly it. Yeah. And it was just
that's why so many cultures come together for solstice at Stonehenge, because we all see the same sun.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We all live in the same year.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And actually, do you remember in the middle of the night as well, where that lovely Japanese woman who you see every year, you have a photo together every year.
She's Chinese.
Is she Chinese?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I thought she was maybe Inuit because of the headdress when I first saw her. But actually, if you think, that whole continent is linked. So actually, it's not really that far. They they look very similar because they are on the same continent, essentially.
Yeah.
But
and she I remember she came up to us and she was like, your energy just really made me wanted to stand and join in. Yeah. All the comments I've seen from people that not all the comments from people that I don't know, but all the positive comments I've received from people that I don't directly know, who have been brought to this post, they've all said your energy is so infectious. And people that have then found us through the posts we've shared on social media have said, like, I was there, I loved your energy, here's a photo that I took of you, I was just mesmerised, and you really inspired me.
Yeah, that was that lady that sent a bunch of the videos. She was like, I saw you around so many times, I couldn't not capture it.
And that's beautiful. That's such a compliment as well. But then we get accused of being performative and doing it for clout.
Oh, and being white girl hippies. And you're like, is that not a little bit racist, sexist? Yeah. Like, and then they're like, oh my God, I'm cringing so hard. Yeah. Because we're white and we're women, and we dare to wear a flower crown.
I made this flower crown myself. I'm going to wear it.
It's really itchy though.
It is. Mine keeps falling down a little bit. I need to adjust it.
But like, I get that there is a huge, like, the wellness industry has got a lot of bullshit in it. And there's a great song by Roman, Roaman, called I'm Spiritual. And he calls out all of the wellness industry bullshit. And there's these two sides, you know, the light and the dark, the shadow and, I don't know, what's the opposite of the shadow? No, I don't want to say light again.
Yeah.
But like the part of you that you like seeing and the part of you that you don't like seeing. And like, you know, even the wellness industry is going to have both sides of that. And I get that there's a lot of wellness influencers that are cringe. Yeah. Can we swear on this?
You can swear.
Cringe as fuck!
Do you know my favourite thing with the whole cringe thing, though? This might have been something from Florence Given. I don't know who said this, but it was like, I am not cringy. Something within you has been cringed. And it just completely switches around, you know?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that for the first time. I think I might have even done a whole other episode on this, because it's so true. Like, I am not cringy. Something within you has been cringed out. Something within you has been triggered.
We weren't cringing at ourselves in that moment. We were fucking loving
I was having a time of my life.
Oh my God, it was so good. And the thing is, we were facilitated by a native Mexican with his ancestral drum.
Yeah.
That we then joined in with. And this man, Ruben, Origin Tionton on Instagram, is someone that I know and I've made drums with. And like we see each other every year at solstice. And he, oh my God, he sees into your soul. When he looks at you, his eyes look into you. And he is such a magnetic, beautiful light being. And he gives every single iota of himself to the vibration of the music. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter that we joined in or anything. Like, he would have done that anyway.
And he had no problem with us joining in. I imagine if he did, he would have said something, he would have stopped or something.
Well, there was a guitar behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
There was drums next to him. There was other people singing. But it's like, and it's called jamming. You jam.
I love a jam.
Together. It's all improvised. And when people go like, oh, you're chanting and singing nonsensical noises, like, sorry we didn't have like lyrics pre-prepared.
But it's self-expression. It is self-expression. And like, there's nothing wrong with self-expression. If we were to remove all ability to self-express and all ability to experience joy, that is dangerous. I actually think that is such a dangerous place to be. If you are unable to express yourself in your voice, in your art, in your creativity, that is dangerous. Absolutely. And again, it all comes back to joy is a birthright that we are all able to access.
And this is why people would fear being joyful. Because of this like kickback of going like, why are you doing that? That's awful. That's so cringe. I can't believe you do that. White women can't have fun. Oh my God, you're culturally appropriating a culture that you don't even know what it is.
But this is why people do get cringed out and do get triggered, because they within themselves have not given themselves permission to access that joy and access that idea of self-expression, even though there's probably a part of them real deep down that would love to. They would absolutely love to, and I know for a fact.
And that's almost like jealousy. Like, you can't have that because I can't do that for me.
Yeah, and that's all it is. And I think when experiencing backlash like we've received, if anything, like, yes, we've had moments to ground and anchor ourselves once again and just keep our heads above water. But if anything, it's just fueled us more. Like, look at us now, surrounded by sheer whimsy, wearing our flower crowns. Like, you're not going to silence us. You're not going to put us back in whatever box we were previously, because unlike what was said, we have done the inner work. And we are still doing the inner work. We are still
by breaking ourselves out and free to be able to do that. Like, would we have gone paddleboarding with flutes and made a shit ton of noise on the river 3 years ago?
No, I wouldn't have done. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You would have been cringed out by me being like,
I would have been cringed. I would have
bring my flute.
I would have been embarrassed. I'd been like, oh God, what is she doing? But then as we're going down the river, you can see people, as we paddled past Kingfisher, you could see people looking, and she's tooting away. And you can see people like film and see people, some people were like, what is happening? Some people were smiling. But I'm like, hey, isn't this funny? Look at her go. Isn't this great?
But in being like what one person will call performative, we are calling like open expression of our truest and fullest selves. Yeah. Like, you can call it performative, but actually Ruben was being very performative because he was being very loud. And what we did was joined in, and it made my night. It made the whole thing. Finding him, seeing him, joining in, and other people as well. In videoing it, because they were also mad that we videoed it. Put your phone away. What would the ancestors think? It's like, actually...
I wonder what they say if they found out that I vlogged it. How dare you? How dare you? But the reason I vlogged it... It's
bringing that energy back. Yeah, so that you that couldn't come...
Exactly. Get to experience it. Because I remember from last year, when I celebrated at the Stones for the first time, I came back and everyone was asking about it. Everyone was wanting to know more. Yeah. And the same again this year. When I went and taught some of my classes, I was like... Jesus.
Sorry, I jammed everywhere.
I was showing people footage, and if I didn't have that footage, if I didn't document those moments, they would just be in my own memory. And yes, that is such a beautiful thing as well. But to be able to share just a little sliver of what that night was, I think is important.
I mean, like, we were there for like good 45 minutes. How many minutes of video do you think you took at that one circle?
Reason it took me the reason I was able to get that vlog edited and scheduled in, a day?
You were like...
Yeah, was because there wasn't much footage there. It was easy. And actually, if you look on the vlog itself, our actual time around the Stones is probably, 15 minutes together. And then the rest of it is probably White Springs, and obviously a big chunk of it.
So that 15 minutes was from, about 11 or half 11 p.m. until
8, 9. Yeah, 8, 9.
When we got kicked out.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they kick everyone out. That's not us just getting kicked out. They kick everyone out at that point. But they're actually, you know what also I noticed with the Stonehenge and the volunteers there, they are so jolly. When it comes round to kick out time, like, all right, can everyone head back to their car,
I think it's because they've learned as well.
Yeah, happy solstice. They're so jolly. They're not like being, I don't know, really rude and be like, all right, fun's over, guys.
Oh no, I have had them.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had them before.
I find they've always been so
get out, get out. And I am grateful for that experience. I know that's going to cringe people that don't like that idea out by me saying, like, thank you to all those commenters that took the time out of their day, gave us their energy to show us the shadow side of all of this. Because, rather than just moving on with their day, they stopped. They took a breath and they went, oh my God, this is so awful.
I don't know whether they did take a breath. I think it was just like on the exhale.
Vile degenerates. Yeah, and then they scrolled on. And I asked my friend to pull some cards on this. Do you want me to read that out for you?
Sure.
It's just 2 cards. It's not like a ton. So and she's like a tarot queen. So she did a quick 2-card reading of the mirror and the medicine, because I was like, I would really love to know why. Did we get lambasted in the comments? And what do we need to learn from it?
Yeah.
So the mirror card was the lovers.
Oh, hello.
And the medicine card is the moon.
Okay.
So the shadow.
Yeah.
So the lovers shows up with an invitation to fall in love with ourselves for all that we are. Namaste. A reminder that we can never truly find our identity through a label or from another person. The love must come from within first and foremost. It can also be a reminder that we don't need to seek validation from others, and that the issues other people have with us say more about them than about us. When people attack so violently and with such vitriol, is that how you say that?
Yeah, vitriol.
Yeah. It is because we're presenting a mirror to them, and they don't like what they see. It's confronting. I mean, we didn't really like what we saw either. It was quite confronting. So everyone was upset. Nobody liked it.
No one liked it.
And what they are truly lashing out at is at its root the part of themselves they are not at all comfortable or at ease with. I hate to use the term shadow work because I think it's a bit overused now, but in all honesty, I feel like keyboard warriors are at odds with the person that they are at their core. You're reminding them of that person. Oof. The things we hate the most in other people are the things we hate the most in ourselves or are at odds with in some way, because misery loves company.
Yeah.
And
I think actually on that, because as soon as one person had seen that, another person had commented something.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh look, nobody likes you in the comments.
Yeah.
And then they were using that fuel as like, I've seen other people bullying you to then think that it's okay to continue to bully us. It was just this pack mentality of like, because they'd seen someone else do it, they then felt that they were justified to then say more vile shit. So then the moon. This is an invitation to find the things or thing that offers safety and security when we become unmoored. So this is our medicine. To find the thing or things that provide true comfort and then allow yourself to float in the liminal waters, of which we then went paddleboarding.
Of which we did exactly that. We floated down the river, just around the
riverbed. Reminded that even the moon loses her place in the sky once in a while, but she always finds her way back fuller and brighter than before. It's okay not to know. It's okay to come unmoored. It's okay to let the medicine come to you. But hold on to those things that remind you of who you are, and don't let anyone question your heart or your true intentions. There are many who don't understand the moon and her phases, and that fear often presents as anger. They are terrified of us. They will never say that they are scared. They'll just go like, it's cringe. And it's like, no. The fact that you've had such a strong response to this 40-second video
of just two girlies having a silly girl summer singing at the sunrise.
That's a fear response. They have attacked in that. Shout out to Witch Hiker. Thank you, Charmaine.
That's beautiful.
That was love just that. It's not us, it's them, and it's for us to cement more into us. All humans have had drums, all humans have had rattles, all humans have painted on their faces, all humans have done
music
everything.
Came from.
All humans have built pyramids. Like, every single culture has a bit of every other culture within it, and we mix together, and like that's what makes us a collective, a oneness, one source, one everything. And like it was like we're all reflections and fragments and refractions and facets, that's the word I was looking for.
Facets, lovely.
Of each other, and we just got to see the fucking underbelly
we did.
of ourselves. And like I have been there where I've not been so afraid of someone's joy that I've commented.
But you've been triggered by someone else's success or happiness.
And also reading through the comments going like, oh, okay, right, I'm not the only person. I'm going to say, so her name is Shannon Blake, and she is a singer. Do you know her?
No.
You don't know what work someone's doing underneath the surface.
Yeah, exactly.
And because, you've got 40 seconds to post something.
The same with social media. You don't know what someone's actual life actually looks like.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
You don't know. You're just seeing 40 seconds. And you're making an assumption of their whole life just around that, and you have no idea what's going on.
And I've done that when I've watched her videos and gone like, that's a bit... and like she's been absolutely flamed in the past, but I've been listening to her music a lot because actually her music is just manifestation music. And she just wants the best for all of us, for us to manifest our goals so that we can all live our best, fullest, most magical lives. And I don't have to agree with everything that she does. Those people really reflected to me then what she had been going through, because she's only just recently been able to get on top of the hate comments, because she's got so many people that absolutely love her because she is a very bright light. And you know what gets attracted to bright lights? Moths.
I was going to say, is it moths? That's like, I actually love that way of putting it.
Moths, not butterflies.
Wow. Okay, wow.
So when you shine bright, you get everything going like, wow, what's that?
Yeah, what's that light over there? What's that? That looks pretty.
Wow. and like, so some of them, you are going to be that lighthouse to guide those people because they resonate with you. And like so many people going like, I'm going to be there next year. I'm going to be there next year. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing this like clip, because like I was wanting to know what it's like. I've always wanted to go, and like I definitely want to make it this year. And other people going, I hate crowds. I couldn't do it. And like, but like, you know, not going to lie, bit of FOMO.
Part of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
when I went last year for the first time, I had no idea what to expect, and I just trusted you.
I told you it was going to be cold.
Yeah, you told me it was going to be cold. I went with 5 coats and I used none of them, and I had no idea what to expect, and I put full faith and full trust in you, and it was beautiful. I absolutely fell in love with it. Do you feel better for having like got out what you needed to say? Just cleansing again.
What's our conclusion?
Conclusion is...
I think the conclusion needs to be along the lines of Namaste, the light and the dark in me sees and accepts, and not just the light and the dark.
that is what Namaste
what was the last
means.
bit? In those comment section, I saw the light and the dark of me.
Yeah. Ooh.
In there.
Okay.
And that was confronting.
Yeah.
But I had a look at what victim complex meant, and it's like, going over it and talking about it. I was like, should we really be doing this podcast and talking about this experience that we've had?
I was probably going to mention it like a few things, but ultimately we both kind of said to each other this morning, like, kind of moved on from it already.
Totally.
But it's just gone. Like, I can't even remember what all the comments were. The only one I remember is the one that I screenshot.
The one about you being fat.
The one about me being fat.
Fat girls. It wasn't just you. I know. It was fat girls. I put a little bit of weight on. And then my boobies are like, I'm feeling like maybe an A&a-half.
But also that comment was so ridiculous though, because it has nothing to do with what's actually being shown. You're just saying a mean comment for the sheer sake of being mean. That I was just like, why are you commenting on our size? That was the one that just blew my mind.
Fat girls can't have fun. You know what you need, sweetheart? Glasses.
It was just so outrageous. But what I was saying with that, a lot of the comments, I don't really remember what they were, because I'd see them come through, and like, again, especially for that first 24 hours, I was just deleting. So I couldn't really remember. And then when it started snowballing more and more, again, it just...
I'm replying, going like, sorry, you spelt self-employment wrong.
Yeah, you went in, and to be honest, it was hilarious, and I was just on the sidelines going like, you go girl, you go girl. But like, yeah, now that it's happened, I think for the most part it's just like, oh wow, what a weird time that was. But is it going to stop us? No.
I mean, this all happened yesterday, and if we hadn't done this right now, I think it'd be really hard to then bring back that experience, because it's gone.
Yeah.
End of, done. Probably will not speak of this again, apart from the learnings of being so close to the shadow and knowing that there is such a dark side to the internet that doesn't want women to have joyful fun.
Yeah, wow. I think the next time we'll really think about it will be this time next year when we go to the Stones again. I feel like it's going to be even more powerful though. I feel like we're gonna like the flower crown's going to be bigger. The whimsy is going to be even more.
The self-expression even deeper.
I'm going to scream at those stones. You know, it's just going to be bigger, because again, when you try and, I don't know, pin someone down and diminish what they are, you're just going to add more fuel to that fire, I think, especially
unless you're not in that healing space and you're easily wounded,
yes,
which is like what they were hoping for.
Yeah. But they chose the wrong girls. I think they chose the wrong girls.
Babies didn't know who they were talking to.
So if anything, it's just going to fuel us more. So again, it comes back to everything that this podcast has been about for the past, over a year. How long has this podcast been going for? I don't know. Over a year or something. But everything it's been about is knowing that you are worthy of taking up space. Joy is your birthright, and you are worth so much more. And your life is meant to be lived. You don't have to keep yourself in a teeny tiny box. You don't have to live through other people. I get that comment so many times, like, I'm living vicariously through you. And like, you don't have to do that at all. Your life is yours to live.
But you're an inspiration for them to then step into their power and path.
And I hope that that is what's happening. I still kind of react a little bit when someone says I'm an inspiration. I'm kind of just like, why me? I'm just dilly-dallying. You know? But again, I think this just highlights, and it's just, even though it what was the phrase? Unmoored us. Even though it uprooted and unmoored us for a little bit.
There's still that question of like, did we do the right thing?
Yeah.
Were we in full integrity?
Yeah.
Like, was this coming like from us, or were we being performative? And it was like, it didn't take long. I don't know about you. Just to go like, absolutely. 100%.
They were okay. As soon as the girlies started coming over, as soon as I posted to my main feed and the girls started coming over, I was like, okay, cool, fine. Because your community that you have that follow you already, they are who matter. The people that we do not know, they don't matter. Their opinion does not matter, because you are never going to cross paths with these people in person or ever again. But they're also
the ones that if you can like influence or inspire, that is making headway and change in the world by having that come in. So that's why I spent so long in the comment section, in the hope that there could be a small amount of inspiration that could be sent there, and also love and compassion and empathy for the place that they are at. But the butterfly effect, here we go. The butterfly effect of this whole experience that we've had is to share this experience with you guys in going like, don't make yourself small for other people. There's other people going to be wanting you to stay small because they are terrified to let themselves out.
And they benefit from that. They profit from your smallness.
Because misery loves company.
Misery loves company. But you know what we love? Jam tea.
Jam tea. And like, this isn't performative. I made these cookies to Stonehenge. We're still eating them.
Attached to the mic, so we'll
leave them
there.
Yeah. Like, I would have brought all
berries. Lovely.
Yeah, I would have bought a bunch of this stuff.
This is how you roll.
Anyway.
This is literally how you roll.
This is my life.
I don't expect anything less from you.
You know, maybe we put the flower crowns on because like we were.
The flower crowns were a little.
That was
But if anything, just keep being who you are.
Live, love, love.
Live, love, love, rock and roll. Have that silly girl summer. No matter what the haters say. I remember I put on my big fat sunglasses yesterday. I was just like, just blocking out the haters. Blocking out the haters. There's always going to be someone that wants to make you small. There's always going to be someone projecting their own insecurities onto you. But as long as you know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know what you enjoy, you know what it is that you want to promote and celebrate, that is what matters.
And you cannot be unmoored from that you, because that is you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Final notes?
Any notes? Card for everybody out there.
Okay. Oh, a man has commented on my TikTok. Do we think it's nice things, or do we think it's not nice things?
It appears I ended up on the dark side of social media.
Oh, he says, sorry you've experienced that. I don't know what this comment means.
Wet sponge.
Is he calling me a wet sponge, or others wet sponge? See, some of these comments, like, I'm not sure they know how they're landing, because I don't understand whether I'm meant to be offended or not.
Yeah, no, there was that one of, like, Jim Carrey dancing with in the tutu, and I was like,
I quite like that.
Is that offensive or not offensive? I can't tell.
Anyway, what's the card for everyone moving forwards?
It is Rose Without Thorns.
Ooh.
Joy, peace, sweetness of life.
Woo! Yeah.
Sweetness of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fucking drinking the sweetness of life right now in this cup of
it.
jam tea.
I'm drinking it, I'm eating it, I'm bathing in it.
Most roses have thorns that protect the plant when you walk past. It's so easy to get caught on their spiky stems, as if the thorns themselves are the initiation for the observer to get to the breathtaking beauty and scent of the queen of all flowers in full bloom. However, there are a small number of roses that are unlike most, possessing few or no thorns. And that's what this card is about. The Rose Without Thorns is an invitation to dive straight into the sweetness of life.
Yes.
To rest into the softness, to enjoy the delicious fragrance, to rest in and relish what it means to be currently alive in this body, to embrace all the beauty and the bliss that life has to offer. You have a right to your joy, and the Rose Without Thorns wants you to take every ounce of it in right now, to celebrate and lose yourself in the sweetness of your life. This is a rare moment in time of deep peace and enjoyment. You're being called to taste all that it has to offer, to drink it all in, to deserve deserve every drop. You've worked for this moment. Embrace it now with open arms. It's safe to enjoy this, to welcome this, to embody all of this. And while life is ever changing and forever inviting us to grow, right now your lesson is to be in the delight of it all.
Now, if that isn't a fucking closing, I don't know what is. That's beautiful.
I have a right to my joy. I appreciate and drink in the nectar of my life. Mic drop!
Cheers to that. Let's drink in the nectar of life. There we go. Oh, lovely. All right, stunners. Thank you so much for listening. Somewhat... Are you okay? She's choking.
Oh, sorry, I really drank in the nectar of life.
A somewhat chaotic reflection of our weekend. We hope you all enjoyed. Be your wildest, whimsical, weirdest self, and we can't wait to see it. All right, honeys. We love you. Go thrive. Okay.
Alright, stunners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. I hope it has left you feeling suitably inspired. And as always, please don't forget to rate and review, like and subscribe, all those lovely things, as not only does this help the podcast grow, but it also helps us to reach more beautiful souls who need to hear these conversations. And of course, come hang out with me over on Instagram and TikTok at LaurenAmyYD, and follow the pod at butterflyeffect.pod. You can also dive deeper into yoga, meditations, poetry, and so much more with me over on Patreon. Until next time, keep living a soft life loudly because you know you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah!